Welcome all to my How to Draw Santa Claus video. Hopefully I'll help you to draw something that you couldn't before. While I'm drawing, I'll read you this little story from my book. Christmas time in Magic Tree Wood. In the castle near the wood on the hill, all seemed quiet and calm and still. It was Christmas Eve, and soon you would hear the jingle of bells and the hoofs of reindeer. Yabba had trimmed the great tree in the hall. To him it looked big, he felt tiny and small. The tinsel did glitter, the baubles did shine, all the stars and the bows and the bells, they looked fine. In walked the wizard to look at the tree. He said, "Something's missing. Come on, follow me." He went to the window and he looked up at the sky. With a wave of his wand and a wink of his eye, down came a star. It was shiny and bright. The wizard grabbed Yabba and they danced with delight. Yabba jumped up and he shouted with glee as the star took its place on the top of the tree. Deep in the woods there was singing and dancing. All the creatures around in circles were prancing. A time for loving and laughing and sharing. A time for all creatures to be happy and caring. Even Grumpy Stumpy was happy this night, as he laughed and joked by the warm firelight. The fires burned down to an orangey glow, and all the creatures to their homes did go. As they lay trying to sleep in their bed, they listened for the sounds of bells on a sled. Then sure enough, quite late that night, whilst the moon and stars shone so bright, sounds of bells, clip-clop of hooves, could be heard across the wood folks' roofs. And the one who drives the sleigh, of course, is the one and only Santa Claus, going down chimneys with the greatest of ease, putting presents under all Christmas trees. The roof of the castle was Santa's next stop, past the battlements high, to the old chimney top. Yabba was restless, he just couldn't sleep, so he opened one eye and decided to peep. There was a sound of footsteps outside of his room. He knew that Santa Claus would be there soon. Now Santa knew that Yabba was peeping, when he should be snoring loudly and sleeping. From his sack he pulled some sleepy sand, which sent Yabba straight off to Snoozy Land. Satisfied, Santa went back to the tree and placed presents there so happily. He sat down to eat fresh mince pie, and then looked through the window towards the sky. The moon was getting very low, it was nearly time for him to go. But don't you worry and think with cheer that he'll be back this time next year.